Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today I'm going to be showing you guys how I make this red velvet cake without a mixer. It is fluffy, it is delicious. I don't exactly like the color because I'm new in Ireland and I don't know where to buy, like I haven't found a color that I like yet, so the red color. So anyways, it tasted delicious. The color was just dull, sorry guys, but it tasted delicious. It was fluffy and absolutely nice. The girl I made it for loved it and she ordered 2 more for next week Saturday. So so if you're looking for a red velvet cake without a mixer that is nice, fluffy and yummy, yay, you found the right video. Okay, so we are going to be lining our pans with parchment paper, and if you notice, it's not like the perfect fit for the parchment for the pan. I'm letting some hang to the sides intentionally so that when the cake rises, it can rise up on that and it won't spill. Okay, so normally I would like scatter my ingredients in different bowls if you're used to watching my videos, but now I don't have that many bowls, so I have to kind of like manage what I have. So in one bowl I have 500 grams of cake flour, 400 grams of sugar, 50 grams of baking powder, and some powdered food coloring that I don't like it basically. I'm still going to find one I like. I like when my red velvet is really bright. Okay, so in a different bowl we are going to put 400 grams of butter. Sorry, 200 grams. Okay, I need to write these things on the screen so you guys can see it, and the recipe is going to be in the description box below because it seems like I'm speaking jargons. Anyway, so we're going to, in a bowl or in a pot, yeah, we're going to add 200 grams of butter because we want to melt it in a pot because we want the wet ingredient to be warm. And then to that we are going to add half a cup of milk and a cup of yogurt. I like to use Greek yogurt or all natural yogurt because it gives your cake more fluff. I don't know how to explain it. It makes it bouncy, like it makes it springy. Like I don't know how to explain it, but if you try it, you see what I'm talking about. So this is half a cup of milk, and then now we are going to add the butter, which is 200 grams, and then we are going to melt it. And then once we melt it, we don't want to add the yogurt yet because we don't like, I don't like to add the yogurt yet. I like to first make this hot first, then the last thing I want to add is the yogurt. Sorry guys, I have this cleaning up session that I'm trying to get rid of. I always like when I'm doing something everywhere is clean. Anyway, so we want to melt that down, and once it melts we're going to add the yogurt. Yeah, so yogurt is kind of a little bit hard to measure. So what you want to do is to take a spatula and your cup, and then use the spatula to fetch it into the cup, like so it can be the perfect measurement that you want. Yeah, and it's best to use all natural yogurt, full fats. Don't buy the low fat rubbish. It's, you know, it's rubbish basically. Okay, so we want to take that and pour it into a hot mixture. That kind of brings the temperature down a little bit so that when we add the eggs they won't like immediately scramble, you get. Okay, so we want to mix it, and then I'm going to add this red color I bought from Lidl. Guys, if you live in Ireland, I know where I can buy good colors. Please help your girl. Anyway, I bought this red food coloring from Lidl, and like, I don't know. Okay, so to that we are going to add 8 eggs, and then we are going to stir. We're going to add all the eggs at once, so it doesn't really matter. You don't have to add them in like at intervals like you would if you were using the mixer. You can just, you know, pour everything in at once. This is like a 2-bowl recipe. All you need is 2 bowls and you're good to go. Okay, so this is basically our wet ingredient, and then I'm going to add some flavor into it. In this case I'm using vanilla flavor, and then 2 tablespoons of vinegar, and then we are going to stir, and then we're going to add it to our dry ingredients. Okay, in the bowl of dry ingredients, let me tell you what's in it again. 500 grams of cake flour, 400 grams of sugar, 50 grams of baking powder, 2 tablespoons of baking soda, and half a teaspoon of salt, and that's all you have to do. And some powder food coloring, like I used so much food coloring in this cake, yet it wasn't like red. Anyways, I'm sure I'll find like the color I like, but for now this is not it, but it tasted absolutely divine, trust me. Anyways, we're going to stir it together until it comes together. Notice I'm stirring it with a spatula, yeah, because you don't want to overmix this batter. So just stir it until it comes together, and then we are going to pour it into our already lined baking pan, and then we are going to bake. And when you bake, you want to bake for 160 degrees centigrade, not 180, because you want it to bake slowly and bake nicely. You don't want it to overbake because it can easily dry out, the fact that we're baking it on a a sheet pan. Okay, so I'm going to be transferring it right now, and we're going to let it bake for a couple of minutes, and you want to keep an eye on it. Okay, I don't know how long it will take in this oven because I'm not very used to it, but I think I finally took around maybe 15 minutes to be baked. Okay, because I didn't have an oven thermometer and I'm not really sure like how this oven bakes and stuff. Okay, so we'll pop it in the oven, and then we're going to leave it till it is baked and keep an eye on it. Okay, this was after about 20 minutes when it was baked. Yay! Okay, so I'm going to wrap it in cling film after like 10 minutes when it has had the chance to cool down a little, because we don't want it to dry out. Cake is like bread. If you leave it out, it will dry out no matter how moist your recipe is. Okay, so once we have done this, we want to pop it in the fridge or in the freezer, whatever it is you use, till you're ready to use it. That way your cake will stay moist and it will be really nice. Okay, so for this cake here, I was trying to make cake slices for a customer, and it turned out really nice. So I think that's all. This was me cutting the cake slices. You see the color? I don't like the color at all. Like, anyways, it tasted delicious though, because I got amazing reviews. Like, she's saying me like we chatted for almost 10 minutes on how good the cake was and how like she wanted 2 boxes the next week. And to think I was really feeling somehow about this cake because I had no mixer. I made everything by hand, including the buttercream. Okay, thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys next video. Bye.